Good day, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. Well, today is a very different day for the apiary fund traders. The best trading platform there ever was and is, I think, to date, has been officially retired. And I now am going to remove it from the streaming software. It's kind of crazy. Hey, we gotta pray first. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for another day, and thank you for your goodness, your kindness, your grace, and your mercy. Thank you for all of your provisions. Thank you for years of Alveo. It's so ridiculous to say about just a piece of software, but it was such a big part of a lot of our lives. And thank you for the good times and all the training that it offered. And just thank you for everything. And in Jesus' name we pray, amen. Well, let's go to the internet to check the news. There's just stuff going on with Iran. Oh, it's not even loading the right day. Hold on. Why is Forex Factory doing this? All right. Well, we've just got a couple orange folders on the CAD this morning. Let's just pull up MT5 and we will break down the euro dollar. So we've not had a complete, the market just hasn't let go of that consolidation level here. It's kind of forming its own little new pivot. I guess we could say it's bouncing from this pivot. So it has not completely left this consolidation phase. So it seems we're not going to get just a flurry of dollar strength coming in and just taking off, especially because of yesterday's crazy rally on the euro. The euro just built a ton of strength yesterday, and it was a pretty difficult day with huge swings. I mean, I struggled a bit. I ended up finishing on a good note, but it was a difficult day. It was a 175 pip daily candle. So with yesterday's strength, I think it's probably the better idea to stick with that for now. So let's just go down to the 1 hour. And we can see this was yesterday's push right here, this big leg here. And it was filled with huge legs inside of it too. And then we pulled back through the Tokyo session all through here. And then had a bit of a rally. I got a few dollars during that London push back up. Made a little bit of money through there, and then we've had a big push down and a big push back up again. So it seems like that euro is driving the euro dollar instrument. So let's go down to the 5-minute. And here's that big bottoming pattern that we've got, through the London session that tried to take it down, and then the euro's just driving it back up. So we'll trade with this. We've got two good reasons right now to stay with the long side. We've got yesterday's massive push, and then we've got this bottoming pattern right coming in right now, reversal type pattern. So let's go down to the 1 minute, and then we'll go from there. So the starting balance for today, this is the live account. I struggled with it yesterday. I lost a couple, well, actually I was down $300-400 at one point yesterday. Ended up pulling it back up. I'm at 10,137.46. So let me just put that in. $10,137.46. And let's just pick some lines to trade at. Some decision points in the market. Just going to measure that last leg and make sure that we're trading with the right stop losses. So 45 pips, that's another huge leg. So we're going to want to keep those 50 pip stop losses on. And that should be good for today. That'll keep us beyond that pivot, and that should keep us in good shape. I'll put the trade history on so you can see what happened during the Tokyo session and the London session. So I just kept buying through the Tokyo Open, just kept drifting and drifting down, which is not a surprise to me. It often does that after a rally like what we had, and very, very little volatility. It just kept falling and falling and falling. And then we finally found that pushed back up during the London Open. So I gathered up the profits there. It was around $30 profits. And that's where that money came from. So on this pullback, we can get into some longs. We'll start with a long right here. Because it's bottomed out so strong, I'm going to play this just a little bit more aggressive to the long side because we're heavily aiming to the upside right now. So I'm going to go for a couple more trades than usual on the layers here. So we're in 2 here, we'll go in 2 down here, and then we'll probably get into 4 down here depending on how it gets down there. Yeah, Larry, it is a very different day today. I can hardly believe it. For over 10 years of my life, every weekday, coming into that platform to work on mastering my craft as a trader, and all of a sudden it's just gone. It's pretty crazy. Never really realized just how much of kind of like a home it felt like because of how much time was spent inside that platform. And I truly believe it is the best trading platform that there is. And I didn't shut it down either for a while. Like it froze up at as the new day rolled over. I gathered a few pips in it. I was like, I'm trying to gather pips as fast as I can because I got a bad feeling. And it froze up. And then I just wouldn't shut it down for a little while. It was like a couple hours. But I shut it down and I uninstalled it, and it is gone. It's gone from the streaming software. It's just completely gone. So, new chapter. Have to learn to just trade without it. I think it is a good thing in the big picture for the apiary traders. It was so good that I would say that it was a little bit of a crutch for traders. It offered so much. It just did so much for you that when you go to the other platforms, you're like, oh man, now I got to do more work. So I think in the long term, it's going to be a good decision. And we'll just have to quickly adapt into using the other tools of the industry, which we don't really use a whole lot. We haven't been. Yeah, it was deactivated during that hive. But yeah, we're going to be forced to quickly just have to adapt into using all the industry tools that are around us that we just haven't been using so much because we've had LVO. So I'm kind of glad that I've been using MT5 and trading other prop firms for a bit. I didn't really expect that to happen, but I'm glad. I've always known it's a possibility, something with the apiary fund could, just disappear at any point for whatever reason. And that trading software could also disappear. And it just did. Just vanished last night. Just vanished. I sent Sean a text expressing that I was behind him in his decisions, and I sent him a last picture of my last trading day, which was a really strong one. I know we finished off on a negative note in our live yesterday, but I came back. I just kept trading and trading, and I came back strong. Actually finished off with over 4% in the account because I held the longs after a little bit. I just got into longs heavy and just held them as the market was, that euro was really driving the euro dollar instrument. So it was a good finish. I don't know if I can, maybe I can pull it up. I can show you how we finished off. I might as well show you if anybody's going to understand the last day of Albio. Let me go find it. I'm going to go find a screenshot. And you're going to go to Todd's class today. That's good. That's a good idea. I wonder if maybe we should just finish up and I go in there too. You know what? I think maybe we will do that. Let's just finish up early today and then I'll join you in Todd's class and we'll see what he's saying. Let's for now, let's get some trades done in the next 45 minutes, and just see how it goes. And I'm going to pull up that screenshot and I'm going to, I got to bring it into the streaming software. So just give me a sec. Here we go. Oh, what on earth? So there's the screenshot of my last day trading LVO. Can you see that, Larry? $684 pips, 4.12%. Honestly, one of the best days of trading I've ever had. You can see all those 80 pip wins. And finishing off on over 20% on the month. It's been the best trading weeks that I've ever had. And Alvio helped me to get there. You can see where we stopped out and we just finished off, and then I bought a big run down. It just sank quickly, and I knew that was loading up for a bullish run when it dropped so much so quickly. That is kind of like the trampoline move on the euro, and so I bought it and held it, and I told myself I'm going to hold it for hours, and I did, and it worked out well. What the heck is going on? Did you end up, were you able to see that, Larry? Grab those profits on the MT5 account. Yep, you saw it. All right. I'll keep that image. I've got a bunch of screenshots actually over the years. I've kept a few of them. But let's just shut that down for now. And let's just put a few trades in on MT5, and then we'll. I think I could. I don't want to shut it down too early. Like if Vin or Reggie come in and they want to do some trading, like we'll just see how it goes. But I do want to hop in that class with you to see what Todd's doing. But I don't want to shut this down if he's like not really going to do anything, because like last night in our meeting he didn't have too much to say, and I don't know, like I guess what I'm saying is I don't know if he's got much else to say, because I feel like he would have said it last night if he had more. So let's just see how it goes for the next 25 minutes or so. It feels weird not having Alvio to place trades on. So I want to trade this like a little bit more like as if I were coming back, because I actually would trade this pretty aggressively. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to go in a little bit heavier here. Like sometimes when I'm not trading in front of everybody, I'll take these opportunities to try and come back a little. So I'll show you why I'll trade this one more aggressively. Like this bottoming pattern on the euro is very strong. Like there's a really high chance this is going to take off to the upside still. Even if it has a leg down, there's still a really good chance. I mean, we could see it come down to here, but if we come down that far, I would imagine that's a pretty good load up for another run up on the euro. So that's what I'm looking at right now. It's something where I can say like we can trade it aggressively. So let's trade it aggressively, like we were needing to make some money. Because ultimately it does come down to some discretion. I mean, the reason we're here is to use our discretion. Otherwise, we would just let a computer do it all, or let an EA do it. But with good experience and good discretion, along with our discipline and discernment, we can make some pretty good moves in the market that a computer wouldn't be able to do. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the automation side of things these days, but I'm just saying that I would trade this a little bit more aggressively. So let's get into 2 here. And then when this pulls back, we'll fill it in. We'll add a little bit more here, and we'll get into a much stronger layer down on this one. And then we'll get into big layers down here. Hey Larry, do you know if Todd has been trading on a different platform already? Do you know? Because I haven't been in his class in quite a while. So I don't know if he's trading on Alveo every day or if he's been like demonstrating on different platforms. Just kind of curious if you know. Oh, demo and trading view. Huh. I've never traded on trading view before. I know that I remember the time when they introduced trading onto their charts because like there was a time when it was just charting and you couldn't just trade on it, but um, I do remember vaguely them bringing in the ability to trade there. So I just never have. Have you traded on TradingView before? Rex uses it. Guess we'll have to give it a try at some point because it's probably a platform that many people use. All right, just taking some more profit again. Oh, you know what? We should be holding one or two of these positions. It's very likely going to run up, and we should try and capture some of that leg. And I bet you it's going to go here, and we're out of trades now. If it pops down, let's get into a couple more and hold a couple. It's a good platform and stable. All right, let's just get into one here, and let's take the take profit off. Gonna get rid of the trading history. And then any pullback, let's get into it pretty good. And then we'll hopefully catch that next leg up. I'm quite confident we're going to get a strong leg. So I'm going to get just a little bit more into it here. I'm buying at the top, which is not so good. So let's just keep it light up here. But I definitely want to hold a few positions because this could be a big leg. Let's just zoom out here for a second on the 15-minute chart. We're pretty much right at a breaking point. I guess we could say this would be this would be probably 158 or 159. Yeah, the 159 right there. Oh, come on. right there. That's kind of like a breakout point, but we've also got one right where we're at too. Right here on the 5-8 level is also a breakout point. You can see that market is just still leaning into that breakout point. And like this could be the breakout point, but we could get a big pullback first too. I don't know which path it's going to take, but we could very well still see this market drop down into here and then go for another attempt to head up. But we should see some more follow through to the upside. Could be it could be now in the next few minutes, or it could do something like this. This would be a really strong pattern to head up if it does pull back in here. So I'm gonna definitely trade it this way, and I'm gonna hold for some lot bigger run and try and make a bit more money by holding. And then I'll just do what I always do. I trail my stop losses up behind the 5-minute candles. If it's a really big run, sometimes I end up trailing behind the 15-minute candles. Man, I can see this. It's really trying to go right now. It is really trying to go. I'm going to add one more. Just got to be light because I don't trade breakouts. And that's a breakout trade right there when you're placing it right on the breakout point. It's so strong now. Even if it pulls back, I'm not going to likely take a loss on those ones. So, okay, now we're getting a pullback. Let's get into it a little bit more. Wow, man, it's so crazy that I don't have the other platform anymore. I'm just trading on one platform when I've traded on 2 platforms for a long time. So that's probably going to be a good thing to just only have one platform to trade on. And then I guess because I use Traders Connect to sync up my my accounts, we'll finally be able to sync up the apiary funds accounts to like Traders Connect or other tools. So that will be a good thing. That's definitely a positive thing. All right. Still creeping up. Just slowly building pressure into this breakout spot. It could bounce down. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna buy this. This is a big pop down. I'm getting into 3 right here. And I'm gonna remove those 2 profits. Because when that pops down like that, that's a bit of a trampoline leg. We should see this respond and go back up. There it is. We're almost all the way back up now. See how quickly that responded? It's because it shot down so quickly, and there's so much loaded pressure in coming behind this that should be a trampoline. That might even be the catalyst for the break to the upside. I don't know, but no, it's coming back down. So maybe not. Oh, wow, it already came all the way back down. Todd also uses Thinkorswim. Sean, Rex, Nate, yeah, they all have accounts there. Okay. I have not used Thinkorswim. I'm familiar. I know of it. I guess I'll have to give it a try. Like you can go and trade the euro dollar like the same way that we do on Thinkorswim. Oh, okay. I think as a Canadian with a Canadian IP address and stuff, they may not. I might have a bit of a harder time trying to get on there, but I'll give it a try. They have dummy accounts. Okay, gonna build into this a little bit more as we come down into that line. Gotta be careful now because it's actually coming down pretty hard. So I don't want to oversize too much. I don't want to size up too much and have to stop out before the euro dollar actually probably still wants to go up. So I may have to just stop with my building, even if it drops down. I'm already into it pretty good, so I'm just gonna have to wait through the next swings. If it drops down a bunch more, I'll just have to sit out on trading them because I'm already sized up. But we should see at least an attempt to break higher and break out of these highs. And then when we do, if we do attempt to break higher, I'll be securing this whole position so that it can't turn into a loser in case it whips back down and then heads down. I don't want to let this position turn into a loser. So at the moment, really, in the minutes that it's has its attempt to break higher, that's when I'll probably get rid of my top layer. So I'll take some small profits on the top layer and then I'll secure these bottom trades in just in case it whips back down and comes down, because that is a definite possibility too. But it is very good, very high probability for it to attempt to break higher. Yeah, I'm just showing you like pretty much what I would do if I was trading on my own here. This is how I would, like if I was coming from behind a little bit, I would try and I would patiently wait for this attempt to break up and see if I can secure some profits. But just need to be really careful that if it does try and break to the upside, just got to be careful because it could whip back down and just not go. So you want to make sure that you don't let that trade turn into a loser as it whips back down, because if it rejects the break up, if it rejects it, there's a good chance we'll see a much bigger down leg. I'm just giving you that heads up if we end up shutting this down earlier today and going into Todd's class. I haven't been in Todd's class in a long time. Hey, are you currently traveling for that event that you were telling us about yesterday? Can't quite remember what it's called. But I remember you said that you were going to that event. And so now if we get a run back up to the testing point, it's my rule to offload that upper position. So if it gets back up there, yes, it starts tonight. Oh, okay. So did you travel? What was it, last night or during the day yesterday? Were you traveling to go to this thing? Marriage Family Life Conference. So are you just in a hotel today, or we're in Chicago? Oh, okay. Hey, Larry, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to just keep trading through this? Like, I can leave it on and I can just trade it through and then we can have a recording to look back at. I kind of just want to go into Todd's class. So um, maybe I just kind of like mute myself and turn the video off, and maybe I'll let it play out as I would trade it. Or do you think we should just shut it down and then just call it quits for the week? My drive and ambition is much lower after losing Alveo last night. Is much lower today. I think I'm just gonna shut it down. Yeah, let's just shut it down. Call it a week. It was a good week. Still a good week of trading. Oh, you too? You feeling that? Kind of like a big chunk of us just left. Like Alvia was a huge part of my life for the past 10 years. 10 years for me, over 10 years of trading. And I can't even tell you how many 16-hour days I probably put in, even 18-hour days on Alveo. So a lot of time spent inside that platform to the point where it has felt like home. And yeah, I can only imagine how Sean feels too. Like, man, that was his baby. Like, he put his heart and soul into building that thing. And man, what a Cadillac. Yeah, Kim too. She put in unbelievable amounts of time and effort. But man, Sean and Brian and well, some of the others behind there like really built that like an absolute fine craftsmanship into the best trading platform. It's just so good, and it is sad. Yeah, she said, I get it. I couldn't even close the platform for a little while. For hours, I left it open. I just couldn't let it go. Man, oh man. Well, um, you've got the plan here for this market, right? How I'm going to trade it anyway. I'm planning to just patiently wait for the market to get above those highs and have an attempt to break higher. And on that attempt, just an attempt to break higher, I'm going to make sure I secure that position and don't let it turn into a loser. That is the plan. It'd kind of be cool if it did it while we're here before I shut things down. Give it a couple more minutes and then we'll shut it down. But so if we can get the market above this red line, above these highs, like that's where I'm going to be offloading that upper position. I'm going to get out of those for small wins, and then I'm going to lock in these bottom positions to secure them in, just in case it whips back down, because it might do that too. I really think we're going to see a test all the way back up in here. So I could see us riding this position for a little while. And you can trail it behind the 5 or the 15-minute candles. as a as a good way to trail that thing if it does decide it wants to run higher. But it is Friday, so sometimes Fridays can be pretty weird. So shouldn't be a problem for it to make an attempt to break higher though. It should be pretty easy and it's very high probability. That's why I'm stacked in heavy right now. Yeah, Kim texted me too. Messaged me on Facebook. Oh, it's running back down again. But we'll stick with the plan. And you've got the plan. So, worst case, this market just drops down and I take a 2% loss and then just reset. Just take the 2% hit and then let it do its thing and see if we can find a whole new setup to trade into. So, that's how I manage the downside. Just take a 2% loss. And that's why I'm not adding any more as the market drops down because I need to give it some breathing room to go up and down for a little bit. It might take an hour or something before it gets to breaking to try and break up. So, with that being said, Larry, I think let's just call that a week. And I will see you over in Todd's class. All right, so we'll shut it down for now. Have a really great weekend. Have a good rest of your Friday and have a great weekend. God bless you and keep you. And we'll catch you next week. All right.